went out for dinner, and Cher was telling me that, you know, in the first trimester is when everything really happens.
The development.
I didn't even know this. Like, your baby has a heartbeat, it has fingernails,
I didn't
it
know
develops
that.
organs.
That's kind of cool.
Right?
Right? It's like a little thing.
Why?
But it's really mini human.
But it's like it gets everything in the first 12 weeks, and then it just gets bigger and bigger for the rest of the time.
That's why you can have a glass of wine in your third trimester when you've got like cankles and you're tired and you're sweaty and you're puffy.
'Cause it's already
Development
cooked.
is done.
Something's cooked,
Have a red wine, girl. Put your feet up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think like a lot of girls are starting to realize that there's like it's a lot. There's a lot involved. It's not just you have a kid and then you're married and life is great and
You
your
have
husband comes
options.
home and he goes, honey, make me dinner, and hangs his hat, and then you eat the roast beef you spent all day cooking while the kids played with toys.
What year do you
I know. Well, this is the thing.
I
Like,
love it.
people are realizing that that's not realistic. That's not how we live anymore. Like, stuff is changing, right? And it's not just kids. Like, there's so much. Like, women in particular, like, we own businesses now.
Yeah.
Like, that was not a thing
Yeah.
when, like,
We're CEOs of major
exactly.
like Fortune
Like,
500 companies.
we've come a long way, and not even just that, but literally all of us sitting here, like, we
At this age.
run a business.
At this age too. All
Yeah.
under 30.
20.
Like, we are basically babies with careers that we've created. Like, I don't know. I just think that we've all come a long way, and it's really awesome to see. And like, being in charge of your finances too, I think as a female is so like empowering. Like, it's awesome to be like, I pay for that. I pay for my things. Like, nobody else pays for that.
It is nice. But like, I have to say, I mean, the old times sound really nice.
Yeah.
What?
Because like, no.
to a point.
Give me a second, okay? Like, I am career at heart. I love career. I love freedom.
We know you.
I've traveled like, you know, solo for tons of times. But like, the fact that we have all the same responsibilities as we did, let's say, in the 50s.
Yeah, true.
Plus, we're taking on all of this. Like, why do we even need men when we're the breadwinners?
Seriously.
Like, before, it's like, you go out, you make the money.
Yeah, bring it home.
You bring it home.
Yeah.
You take care of us. They had all the pressure of taking care of us or whatever and supporting the family. It's like, well, now we can do that and everything else.
Yeah.
That's like, once in a while, you're like, I mean, if all I had to do is sit at home and grow this baby, and
It wouldn't be terrible. I'm sure there's days where
I
you're like,
love
it would
my
be nice.
independence.
Just sit
I
at
love
home.
my freedom.
Yeah.
I love that we have the opportunities and the options to do what we do, and I'm never going to stop fighting for that. But sometimes you're just like, oh, my only responsibility is taking care of this house and the kids. I mean, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Some people have that now, and I think it's just important as long as you have the choice.
Yes,
But before
absolutely.
we didn't have a choice.
Yeah,
and
that's
what
all we could do.
Yeah.
Because it is a job in itself still. Like,
Yes.
it really is.
Yep.
But if you were like, this is what I want to be doing, or you and your partner at least agreed for X amount of time in your lives, that was what was the best option for everybody.
Sure.
Then it's totally cool. But it's not decided for us anymore.
No.
That's the key part.
Yeah.
And that's amazing that we get that choice, that there's
Yeah.
like stay-at-home dads.
Yeah.
That's
And
pretty
giving
awesome.
men the
Yeah.
opportunity to be like, I'm going on a paternity leave and not have his buddies like chew him out about it. Like,
Yeah.
why don't you want to watch, raise your kid and see, like, dads are robbed of those moments
Yeah.
sometimes,
Yeah.
right? Like, let them revel in that.
I
It's
think
so
if
cool.
if Chris took paternity leave, I think his buddies would be like, sweet. Like, that's
yeah,
awesome.
like, that's pretty
Yeah.
appealing.
Yeah.
Gary,
No, you don't
Gary
have to
would
go
love
to
to
work.
take it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't?
Being self-employed, Gary will get pat leave.
Yes.
Because I don't get mat leave.
You don't have a
so
choice.
you're
Yeah.
working, but
Yeah.
your schedule's flexible, but
Yeah.
he has a full-time job, so he can
Yes.
get that
Yeah.
that EI paternity leave.
And I'm very much about equality, and I want equal share of the household labor. I don't want that. I would rather pay 50-50 so I can have that support. 'Cause
Yeah.
the emotional labor that we have every day of thinking of like, what's in our fridge? What do we need to grocery shop?
Yeah.
I don't want to have that solely be me.
Yeah.
And then with Gary, he's super motivated in his career, and he's doing MBA part-time, but he's actually doing it so eventually he can have the flexibility to be there.
Yeah.
Because when my nephew was visiting, he was 5 months old before our wedding, and Gary hated that he missed like his first laugh at our house, and that wasn't even our kid; it was his nephew. But it's still those times where you wish that you could see those and see them grow and bond with them.
For sure.
Aisha,
Yeah.
so you mentioned earlier that you want to adopt, correct?
I don't know
Foster.
that I want to adopt,
Okay.
but I do want to be a foster mom eventually in a few years.
That was the thing. Yeah.
So, I mean, I could apply to do it soon if I wanted to, but I think I'm going to wait a few years till I'm a bit more financially stable, and you have to have a second bedroom, which I'm only in this beautiful apartment, but
Bachelorette
one
pad.
bedroom.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's a great opportunity to help kids that are in need, and then eventually with the foster system the goal is to get them back with their original parents, but if that's not possible, then there is the option to adopt. So I might consider adoption, you know, if I really connect with the kid that
Yeah,
I've
in
been
the long
fostering for a
run.
few years.
Fostering
Great.
seems kind of scary. Like, I feel like, I don't want to say it's harder than actual parenting because I don't know. Obviously, like, I don't have kids. I've never done anything, but like,
I'd
it's
support that
somebody
statement.
else
Yeah.
like created this thing,
Yes.
and they could have completely messed them up, and now that thing lives in your house. I don't
And
want kids.
they're not of an age necessarily that they can communicate emotional intelligence to you
Yeah.
of why they're like
Exactly.
that. And so you're trying to figure it out. Like, I totally get what you're saying. with that.
Exactly, and like, I don't want kids at all, so I'm very like emotionally disconnected from
Yeah.
Yeah.
children in general, but like, I just can't imagine having a small person living in my house, or like even teenagers. Like, I don't know what age group. I don't know if you get to pick what age group you.
I'm not sure
Get,
you
but,
exactly.
like-
I think it might be split into chunks. But
That would
I'm sure
be
there's, like,
ideal.
preferences
Yeah.
for what age
For
group.
sure.
Yeah, because like, but I mean, any age like could exhibit horrifying things
Well,
or
that
great
was just
things,
the
but
scenario of the foster system anyway. You never know really what
Exactly.
the story was. Maybe it was something that like wasn't so terrible, and then
Yeah.
some stories just like break your heart into
Yeah.
pieces. But
Yeah.
how do you start? Like, where do you start parenting them?
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
like a really, really tricky thing to navigate. So
Yeah.
yeah,
The
like
and then bonding. How what if they move on?
That's the hard
That
part.
would break my heart. I'd
Yeah.
be like, now I say goodbye.
Especially
Yeah.
when you feel like they're going back to a situation like
if that's the case, yeah.
that you don't want them to.
Yeah.
becomes very difficult legally, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, all I can relate to is really what I've seen on TV. There's not a whole lot of foster moms or foster parents that I know around here.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I don't know any.
I know a couple.
I know not. Do you?
ooh,
Yeah, there's some
Robin's
people I've
the
met
info.
through like work and networking. Some people have taken on infants, like newborn or like very small babies, and
Yeah.
some of them know that it's only temporary, and they love them as much as they can,
Yeah.
and they just want to be part of their journey. But like that gives me chills thinking about it. Like
That gave me a
loving
chill.
this baby and connecting with it and helping it grow, and then having to say goodbye.
But you
I
said
foster puppies, and that's
I
hard.
know.
Yeah.
I know. Can you imagine a child? But you said they understand, or do they understand that they're just part of the journey? Like, do they go into it mentally being
Some
like, we
people.
know?
So
Like-
the one people like they knew that they were part of the journey. Some other people, I think that happens, and then I mean when you start loving
You can't
someone,
really control.
that's not
Yeah.
a logical thing. That's just like an emotional.
Yeah.
For sure.
You can't expect
Yeah.
yourself to behave a certain way, but I wonder if they do go into it like we have. Just keep reminding ourselves like we're
Yeah.
gonna care for them and
Yeah.
help them grow, but we have to say goodbye. Doesn't mean it's gonna be easy when the time comes, but
Yeah.
I feel like you have to psych yourself up for something like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Even the
Yeah.
dogs and just for the record, dogs and babies are not the same. I feel like it's ridiculous that I have to say that, but there will be people who will be
Yeah.
like, dogs are not babies. No, they're not. I
No.
understand humans are humans. But it just like when you care for something,
Yes.
there's instincts you can't ignore anymore, and then to part with it,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
how bizarre of a feeling is that? And to me, it just seems so unnatural. I don't
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm strong enough to foster because I don't think I could then let them go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
feel like this is going to sound like I'm picking on you, but I'm not. I'm not
alright.
singling you out.
Go ahead.
Fostering as a single foster mother,
Yeah.
if you're like in that position, like how would you feel about that? Would you still want to do it even if you didn't have that partner that was helping?